Ruth was a quiet, introverted girl who rarely ventured beyond her small, rented room in the bustling city. She didn't like to go out with friends, not because she disliked them, but because she couldn't afford the luxury of socializing. Her world revolved around her job at a second-hand bookstore and her love for exploring thrift shops and flea markets. One sunny afternoon, Ruth wandered into an old pawn shop on a hidden street corner. The shop was dusty and dimly lit, with shelves overflowing with forgotten items. She loved places like this, where everything seemed to have a story. As she browsed, her elbow accidentally knocked over a pile of books. As she bent to pick them up, she noticed something unusual among the debris: a sleek but battered phone. It was old, with scratches on its surface and strange, faded symbols etched into the back. Curious, she took it to the counter. "I found this on the floor," she said, showing the phone to the owner. The elderly man behind the counter squinted at it. "Not mine," he said gruffly. "Must have been left behind. You can keep it if you want." Ruth hesitated, but eventually pocketed the phone. Back at her room, Ruth tried to power the phone on, but it wouldn't respond. Frustrated but intrigued, she decided to visit a repair shop the next day. The repair shop, Max's Repairs, was a small, cluttered space filled with shelves of wires, tools, and outdated gadgets. Max, the owner, was a middle-aged man with grease-streaked hands and a friendly demeanor. He examined the phone carefully. "This is an odd one," he muttered. "It's not exactly broken, but it's missing a special type of battery. I don't have it, and to be honest, I've never seen a phone like this before." Ruth sighed. She couldn't afford a new phone, but Max, noticing her disappointment, offered her an alternative. "I've got a used phone I can sell you for cheap," he said, pulling out an older model. Grateful for the offer, Ruth handed over her meager savings and left with the used phone. The mysterious message. That evening, Ruth powered on the used phone. It worked perfectly, but something about it felt strange. The background was a shimmering silver screen instead of the usual factory image, and there was only one app, a glowing white icon with no name. As she stared at the phone, a notification popped up. "Look in the mirror." Ruth frowned. She dismissed the message, assuming it was some pre-installed prank app. But the notification reappeared moments later, accompanied by a soft chime. "Look in the mirror, Ruth." Her breath caught. How did the phone know her name? A cold shiver ran down her spine, but curiosity outweighed her fear. Ruth found a small mirror hanging on the wall and held the phone up to it. The moment the phone's screen reflected in the mirror, the room seemed to shift. The air grew heavy, and her surroundings rippled like water. From the mirror emerged a figure, a woman dressed in a flowing silver robe, her eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. "You've found the key," the woman said, her voice melodic and calm. "And now you've been chosen." Ruth stammered. "Chosen for what? Who are you?" The woman smiled gently. "I am the Keeper of Paths. This phone is no ordinary device. It's a gateway to a greater purpose. You've been chosen because you possess something rare, the courage to see beyond yourself." The woman explained that Ruth would face 3 challenges, each designed to test her compassion, creativity, and resilience. If she succeeded, she would unlock the phone's true power, something that could change her life and the lives of others. Before Ruth could ask more, the woman faded away, leaving the phone glowing faintly in her hand. A new notification appeared. "Seek the lantern in the abandoned clock tower." Though skeptical, Ruth couldn't deny her curiosity. She knew the old clock tower on the edge of the city, a crumbling relic long forgotten by most.